What's up, guys? Today we're playing Epic 7, and I think it's day number 5. I did day number 5 in our Noob to Awesome series. I can't wait. We're going to have some fun today. We're going to get this level 75 health kit, which is going to be really nice. This is going to help us get a lot of the star rewards for having 3 people survive. We also have 5 days left on our summoning, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to do that. Let's get our dispatch missions going. Collect the pet reward. Oh man, we get a catalyst. That's good. Check Garo. He has nothing. That's okay. And then now we're going to come into our Heart of Orbis. And we're also going to go into our Forest of Souls. These are going to be the very first things that you do every single day. So make sure that you stay on top of this to keep your things going. We're also going to go in and summon. Let's go summon. We do have 10 summons today. Let's hope for some shine. Can we get something 5-star? I don't even know what I want, honestly. I know I don't want Aether. We don't want this guy. I think a Daydream Joker would be really good. Can I get an Aureus too? That would be really nice as well to help us progress. For 5 stars, you know, there's so many good heroes that you can get. Again, on the 3-star artifacts, we're not going to be using these. These are just going to be fodder for us. But we are going to utilize them to further our reputation. So for right now, just keep those going.
Power above all is most
Okay.
important for a leader.
We're not going to be using this guy. He does look really cool, though. Aqua Rose, come on. Another day with no shine? Give me one shine. Can I get a shine? Something, anything. Okay. Terranor Royal Guard, you know, he's interesting. We're not going to use him, but he reflects damage. I think this is 50% damage. So that's really kind of cool. You can utilize him on green units to reflect that damage back, but we're not going to build him. It's very niche and not very reliable, but kind of fun if you just want to troll somebody.
Though I may be lacking, I will do my best.
Ruzid, he was super cool when the game first came out. You can tell he has an old-ish animation. He was an opener. He was super fast, but not really used anymore, so we're not even going to build him. If you want to do all the specialty changes just for the, you know, gotta catch them all feel, then go ahead. But he's not really used into Endgame, and we're not going to build him on this account. Come on. Oh, come on. Can I get something? That's okay. That's okay.
I'm Nemonas Winka. Oh, well, right here is where I am.
Nemoness. Now she was she was a fun hero in the beginning as well because she does a super amount of damage right here on this S number 2. People don't use her anymore, but way back in the day when there was like Wyvern 11, people did utilize her for huge damage, but we're not going to build her. Hopefully one day they give her a specialty change because she's kind of cool, but unfortunately we're not going to be utilizing her. The next thing we're going over is your side story. Once you pass episode 1, whether that's on day 3 or on day 20, you're going to open up side story, and that's a major part of the game, so we're going to go ahead and look at that. Side story appears here. You can also select side story manually from the side story menu, and the very first one you have is Dear Mentor. Now, with the side stories, this was changed a few months ago where you can select a side story, complete it, and then every 2 weeks you can select another side story. The timer is independent of when you finish the story, so you might be able to select a side story immediately once you finish this, and you can see that here. It says select a different side story, and we're going to get to this in a little bit. Side stories are going to give you the most rewards for completing your heroes, leveling up their skills, and also awakening them in the game. So we want to make sure that we are very focused on side story before we even do anything else. This is more important than unrecorded history. It's more important than continuing in your episodes. So make sure we're paying attention to side story. If we go to reputation, we're going to be getting rewards here for doing the reputation. We also have an exchange. Now, this very first one is a limited exchange. There's not a whole lot in here, but as we go into further side stories, we're going to see a very broad, robust exchange that's going to give us a lot of rewards. The very first side story is super fast. It only took me about 10 minutes to finish, and we can see we have a lot of rewards. We're going to get all the rewards from these stars. We're also going to get all the request rewards, but more of that in a minute. What we see right here is the Goblin Den and the Molagora habitat. And these are very important because these are going to allow us to now stock up quite a lot of gold by finishing very easy bosses. So make sure that we're going in and utilizing all of the goblin treasure and also the Molagora.
Beyond the abyss, to the ends of futility. Huh?
By my command. Victory!
Normally you would one-shot all of these bosses, but as you can see, I'm not high enough level yet. He's a little bit challenging. Imagine being challenged by the Goblin King.
Obey me.
There we go. Now this one, I got 650,000 gold for doing that level. This is something that you need to be doing. Gold is something that you're going to have quite a lot as you're progressing through the game to make sure that you're able to level up your heroes and also level up all of your equipment. Now this guy right here should not be any challenge at all. You only hit him for one at a time.
Right? Take
But he's level 50. Imagine that. Level 50 Molagora.
blaze.
Look at him. This is wild.
Master
He's
of
not
all
going to
life,
kill you.
by your splendor!
That's good. I don't know if I can handle that kind of embarrassment. I might have to quit the game. I might have to be done when the vegetable kills me in battle. But you get the Molagora, which is really important because this is one of the ways that you can get it as well as the transmit shop, as well as going into the guild and to conquest points. We need Molagora for leveling up the skills of our 4 and 5-star heroes. So going in and doing these side stories is going to ensure that we're able to do that. If we look at the exchange, this is a pared down version. We only need 620, but we only have 120 there. And the way that you do that is you go back to the red stage. Now the red stage is going to have varying amounts um, of difficulty where you're able to get even more rewards. So we're going to have to do this a couple of times to get up to 620. But then once we do that, we're going to have the next available side story, which we'll go into next. We've just finished Dear Mentor, and now we're going to look at why this is so important. When we go into our reputation, we're going to be able to select all these rewards, and we see here that this is pretty good even for the beginner tutorial. Then we go into our exchange, and we're able to buy this all out. Again, 620, it came out exactly. Hopefully I did my math right, but 620 on this one here. You're going to need much, much more onto the other one, and I'll flash that up to the screen in a moment. Now onto our adventure, we're going to come in and we're going to select the star reward, and we're also going to go into the quest and we're going to receive all. Now as you see here, we have this thing called story collection, and that's going to be important. We're going to go over that in just a moment. Story collection. But this is very important. After you collect everything, we want to start a different side story. You can do this every 2 weeks, but it doesn't matter when you actually restart it. What matters is the cycle that it's on. So once you restart this, then you'll be able to see the countdown. Now, what we're doing is we are going to be picking a new side story to do, and there's a lot of them, and they're going to have their own rewards. Now, because I am going into Mercedes, I want something that has the catalyst that she uses because that's really going to help me when I am trying to not only promote her, but also unlock all of her skills. So let's go ahead. We are going to try and find one. And here we go. I love Celine. Celine, as you know, is one of my very favorite heroes, so it's very appropriate that we're going to start her side story next. Now, when you go down this list, there'll be different heroes all throughout, and you'll be able to select all those heroes to do their side story. But we're going to pick Celine right now. Okay, and we see the timer here. Now, I went and I had said how important it was to be able to go into the side stories. One of the very most important things that you can do, and part of that is because of the reputation. If we look at this reputation, we're going to be able to pick up 6 epic catalysts. This looks like something like, what is this? 23 catalysts, Mologora, all kinds of runes and everything. These are all amazing, amazing rewards that you need to pick up. When we go into the adventure, it's going to restart with our star reward here at the bottom. And then also we're going to be having all of our rewards from the quests. Now, this is also going to have that Molagora, and it's going to have the Goblin level. So you're going to get gold, you're going to get lots of Molas. This is the most important thing that you can do to unlock all of your heroes and to make sure that they're up to date. Yes, go through the story, unlock all that. Yes, do hunts, but make sure that you are doing side story because this is going to give you the most reward per energy, and it really focuses in on exactly what you want. We knew that we were going to update Mercedes. We looked for catalysts in the side story that Mercedes can use, and then now the game is going to give it to us, and all we have to do is go through the story and then farm out the level, which shouldn't be too difficult at all. Amazing, amazing benefit. Now, another thing we're going to do is we are going to look at that book that we had. I forget what it's called already, but we have this thing called Story Summon. And as we go to select a hero, where is it? It's right here. We're going to be collecting the story collection, and this is going to allow us to select any hero that we want to summon. So once you have their side story open, you're going to be able to see all of these heroes here. The first one is free, so pay attention, don't use it until you need it. The next one is going to cost you 4 books, which means that every 4 side stories you do, you can create a custom banner. Let's say 3 months or 6 months down the line, you realize, oh man, I really want Charles, I have to correct their posture. Then now we can go in and we can make our own banner. We don't have to wait for Smilegate to give us a banner. But if you're a new player, you want to focus in on the collaboration heroes and also onto the limited heroes, which are not going to be on this list. This is just covenants. This is just for the heroes that appear in your story. There's Crow, one of my very, very favorite heroes. Shu, of course, everyone loves Shu. Everyone loves Shu, right? Um, so this is a great way for you to get heroes that maybe the banner hasn't come around in a while, or maybe you just don't want to wait, and here they're going to be. Also, they come with their accompanying artifact, so you're going to be able to select the hero that you want that artifact for, and then be able to summon for them, and God willing, you'll be able to get the artifact as well, and that'll be a great value. Now, as you're going through the episodes, it's very, very important that you unlock certain things. Once you get to the 10th level of any one of the episodes in number 2, you're going to see this little orange dot here on the AP Exchange. When we click this, this is now going to open the request. You must click Start Request, or any farming that you do is not going to count toward all these different kinds of quests. Now, a lot of people ask me, how do we get Breath of Orbis? Where are they? There's a ton of them that we showed you inside the unrecorded history, but a lot of them are also in episode number 2. And so you must finish all of these quests and then be able to buy this. If we go to our very first AP exchange, I already bought it. It was 250. Now we see a level 71 item here. Do not buy this. This is garbage. The level 72 and below will not roll the same as level 85 substats. So this means that we can see level 32 starting equipment score. This is what we want on 85 gear, not on max out level 71 gear. So this is not going to be good equipment for you. It really needs to be updated to level 75 to give you the best chance to start. But this is old stuff, so do not buy this. Come in, only farm enough to get the Breath of Orbis. If you had to farm in episode 2 because you were trying to make a 6-star unit, that's cool. Buy the Catalyst, but do not buy this level 71 gear. As we go on, you can see that in episode number 2, or on map number 2, episode 2, we have level 71 gear. We don't want this, but if you finish these different quests here, you'll get 5 Sky Stones each. So make sure that you finish the quest, but then don't go any further. I have 154 AP, and I'm just going to buy a Catalyst, and it'll be all good. Now, one last thing I do want to show you is that we see this right here, where you go along, you're marching along on your merry little way, and you're doing 3 stars on every one of these, and then it takes you to the end. But you realize there's another direction. Well, how do I get to that? How do I get to 2, 3 to be able to do this? And the answer is going into the labyrinth again. So we're going to do that right now. If I go back into the labyrinth mission, it's going to show me a different direction, a different path. So we went out of this one the last time. Now we have to go out of this one. So almost every one of these labyrinth levels, you have to do more than once to unlock that next direction, to get to that next map, and to also be able to finish the episode and to get those rewards. Let's go now and check out where we are on our newbie events. All of these quests are going to be at the forefront because they're going to give you the most rewards you possibly can get. As we go in and collect these, we're going to see kind of where we are. We're getting a lot of catalysts, which is going to be great. We're not going to use these, though. I do know that what I want to do is level up Mercedes, so maybe that I go ahead and use them. But for most people, I would recommend just playing the game for a while. Do not level up any skills because it takes a lot of grinding to level up those skills, and you want to be sure that you really have an idea of who you want to play with, and you don't want to waste all the Molagora and the catalysts and other things. Now it looks like here we're going to be done with this. Yesterday we did level up our RAS and our Mercedes to the maximum imprint, so that's good, and now we're going to be done with that. That should go away soon. We do have something new called the Molagora Challenge. This is an easy, a medium, and a hard, and it's going to give you a ton of Molagoras, but again, do not use Molagoras for a while. We're going to beat this whole game, in fact, without even skilling up at all. It's going to be fine, so don't worry. But feel free to collect these, especially the ones that are going to give you promotions, because that is going to be really good for us to now make a 6-star, and we're going to need that. When we come down into the hunt challenge, once you select a hunt challenge, then you can't unselect it. Now you want to start with the easiest one for you. If you got a hero, like let's say you pulled Sez, or you really want to build up a Sigret, then come into Wyvern. If you picked someone like maybe Ludwig or Vildred, then maybe Banshee is right for you. I'm going to level my Mercedes because that's what the game gave me, so I'm going to pick the Golem. Opposite element should be much harder, or should be much easier for me because I'm going to use a fire hero. Now, when we beat this, we're going to get Sirmia, which is exactly what I want. That'll be great for our Guild War. Also, Daydream Joker, they're going to give you a fully maxed out Daydream Joker, which is really nice. And once we get into stage number 2, I think they give you an attack set as well. So I'm pretty happy about this. Obtain Ultra Fang Catalyst. The funny thing about this is that they are going to give this to you for free. They just gave us a whole bunch of Catalyst chests. So if we go into our Catalyst chest, not that button, let's go here. We're going to go into consumables. If I pick an Ultra Fang, click receive, is that going to give me credit there? Okay, and it does. So they give you the chests, and then you can just go buy, or you can go get the chest Ultra Fang, and then you're going to complete this quest to get your Sirmia. Acquire Epic Spirit Blooms 8. That shouldn't be too hard once we're picking up a lot of Stigma, once we're utilizing our 2-star monsters to be getting a lot of these Spirit Blooms, then we shouldn't have too hard of a time with these 8 Epics. You could also go ahead and buy it if you are getting enough Stigma. I am at somewhere... Oh, here we go. Okay, I'll take that. I'll take that. Why not? We have epics. 10 is 42,000. I'm right at 43, so I'm halfway to getting my 6 stars if I were just straight to buy them. And that'll lead us into our next reward.
What
The
do you
next
think?
reward is rank up pack. So this is important. This looks like something you buy, and you can buy it for this amount of money. It's probably different depending on yours and your currency. But if we look, we have all of these free rewards. And it's going to help us, again, with the Catalyst chest, with a lot of blooms. So you want to click Receive All. You can do it at any time, but make sure you do it before it expires after level 30. So we're going to click Receive All. That's awesome. Now what this says is that if you want to spend money, now's the time to do it and you'll get a bonus reward. You don't have to spend any money. We're doing this as free to play. Feel free if you want to, but just know that for the free players out there, you can still receive this reward. We also have a rank up pack 2 and a rank up pack 3, and this will occur at different levels, level 35 to 60. So we're going to receive these as well when we are leveling up. If we go to our transmit stone, we do have other things that we can buy. Molagora will be very, very important for us. Also, if you're really looking toward endgame, if you're an endgame player watching this, make sure that you buy this equipment conversion chest because this is going to be a really big deal for you getting epic gear in the end, which is really good. I like that even more than the Molagora, so I'm going to start buying these already because I am thinking about endgame. Then I'm going to go ahead and buy this. Now, don't worry, we're going to get much more of these silver transmit stones, and I'm going to get some right now. We're going to go to Enhance Ingredients. I'm going to click Arrange, and I'm going to sell all my penguins. Just the epic penguins, and there's 17 more. Now, I do this for a reason, because when we go into our Sanctuary, and we go to Forest of Souls, what I like to do is I just like to buy penguins. And you can see we get experienced and we get, and look, there's another epic penguin. So every time I get the epic penguin, I'm selling them. The newbie penguin and the experienced penguin, feel free to utilize these to level up your heroes. And then you're just going to replace that stigma when you use a fully maxed out hero inside your story mode. So it's not going to be that big a deal. Going into our transmit stone shop, again, we only want to use the gold transmit stones to buy the galaxy bookmarks, but we don't have enough quite yet. Your silver transmit stones, you're going to be using to buy Molagora. I also buy the Spirit Bloom, and then looking toward the end game, we want to make sure that we have the equipment conversion chest. In our Powder of Knowledge shop, we don't have any powder yet. You're going to get this from releasing your 3-star artifacts, but we only want to buy the Powder of Knowledge. You should be able to buy this like once every 40 or 45 days. This should be the only thing that you buy in this shop until you get to a later portion of the game. On your friendship shop, you want to go in every single day and buy out the energy and also buy out the flags. I don't buy them until I'm ready to use them, but you should be generating lots of friendship, and so these are going to be free benefit for you as you're going through the game. On the Labyrinth shop, we only want to buy the charms, and I don't purchase them until I have something to level up. One of my next things to do is to make a level 15 gear, and I'm going to do that utilizing the necklace first, and these ancient coins that I'm getting from my dispatch missions, but also getting from the Labyrinth. And then in Conquest, What we want to do here is we want to buy this Molagora every single week, 1 time a week, and then we want to buy the energy every day. This is the main reason why we're doing dispatch missions with the war, because it gives us conquest points. Then we utilize that to turn that into energy and free 120 energy a day. Very, very important to go ahead and do this. Now, as you're playing and you're leveling up on your conquest, you're going to be able to get some of this gear. I want to focus down here because this is the gear that's past and on sale. And they made a very important change here, so I don't want you to buy gear that's going to be bad. If we look at the Resolution Series gear, we can see that the gear score here is 33, 33, 31. It's very low level. What they did is they changed how the arena gear works for level 88, and now it's going to be much better substats than before. So don't waste your time coming in and buying the Resolution Series or prior. We want to come in and we want to buy Indomitable, we want to buy Triumph, and we also want to buy the Conquest. If we look at this, now we're seeing 36s, 36s, pretty good, 37 there, and this is going to roll much better, especially other sets as well. This is going to be pretty good gear. 37 down the list, pretty nice. And because they're giving us attack set already, this is going to complement and really help you to bring out more heroes. The speed set, everyone loves a good speed set, and we get a speed boot here, attacker speed boot, which is going to be very, very good for you as well. So don't buy anything before Conquest season. Now, when this season ends, when the Valorous season ends, then everything is going to go up by 10%. That means that Indomitable will be 10% off, 20, and then 30% off. So if you want to wait, stockpile a little bit, and then wait for that season to end, then we're going to be able to buy these at a discount. Over the next couple of days, we are going to have quite a challenge. We're going to try and progress continually through the story while also trying to level up our heroes and also do the best we can with our additional units. Now, what I want to do is I want to try and progress as much as possible. If you have to stop and farm, then don't worry, that would be okay as well. But try and use up your energy, try and use your tickets, and I think that we're going to be doing really well. This might be my first loss. Let's see how it goes.
Over here.
Let me help you.
Not even close.
Okay.
Not even close.
Obey me.
Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you
Obey me.
enjoyed this video, and I hope that you pick up at least a couple of tips here and there as we progress from being a noob into mid-game and into endgame. Give me a like so other people just like you can find it as well. Until next time, happy hunting and good luck on your battles.
Here I go.
Master of all life, by your splendor!
Call. Unveil your eye of terror. Honestly, what a waste of time. Call. Mercedes, preparation complete. Obey me. Obey me.
I can't lose. To me.
Here I go. Let's see what you're capable of. Flutter. Gust. Whisk them all away!